missiles, submarines, frozen seas, and now, minerals. The Arctic is becoming ground zero for the next great geopolitical battle, and Vice President J.D. Vance just lit the signal fire. "We need to ensure that America is leading in the Arctic," he said. "Because if we don't, someone else will." Most Americans don't realize that the Arctic isn't just about radar bases and ice caps anymore. It's now about what's buried underneath it, the minerals that power everything from missiles to smartphones to electric tanks. And China? They already saw this coming 20 years ago. Let's break down what Vance said, what's at stake in the Arctic, and why the U.S. might be racing to Greenland, Ukraine, and beyond to catch up. Vance posed a simple question. Why does Greenland matter so much? Here's the answer. Because what's under it might control the next century. Greenland is sitting on a jackpot of rare earth elements, uranium, nickel, cobalt, and other battery metals, and maybe even undiscovered oil and gas. These are the raw materials that make hypersonic weapons, semiconductors, electric vehicles, AI servers, satellites, and yes, the battery in your phone. Vance is right to sound the alarm. Because whoever controls the minerals controls the machines. So why the sudden urgency? Simple. For the past 2 decades, China has quietly cornered the market. They don't just dig up the minerals. They refine them, control prices, and dictate the global supply chain. China now dominates. 90% of rare earth processing, 70% of lithium refining, nearly all the global production of antimony and tungsten. These aren't just academic numbers. These minerals are the ammunition of the 21st century. No cobalt, no batteries, no rare earths, no radars, no gallium, no semiconductors. If you don't have them, you're toast. Militarily, economically, and technologically. For years, Washington didn't care. Minerals were a someday problem. But now, advisors close to the White House are sounding the alarm. We have sleepwalked into strategic dependency, and suddenly, Greenland, Ukraine, and Africa are back in focus, not for humanitarian reasons, but for mineral access. Vance said it outright. Russia and China are taking an extraordinary interest in Arctic passageways and minerals. Translation: the U.S. is waking up too late and trying to catch up fast. But minerals aren't the only reason. The Arctic is also America's first line of defense. If a missile is fired from Russia or an enemy submarine, the Arctic radars detect it first. Vance reminded us, it is the people here who would give notice to our brave men and women further south to prepare, respond, and, God willing, shoot it down. This isn't theory. It's real-time strategic defense. And if America loses control of the Arctic, we don't just lose minerals. We lose reaction time. That's the difference between survival and catastrophe. Here's where it gets terrifying. While the U.S. outsourced mining and refining, China planned decades ahead. They secured global mines in Africa, South America, and even Greenland. Built a full-spectrum refining industry. Subsidized production to destroy Western competitors. And locked up long-term supply deals across Eurasia. Now, whenever the West tries to compete, China just floods the market and crushes margins. It's like trying to start a lemonade stand when the guy down the street owns the water, lemons, and sugar. Vance isn't just warning us. He's saying, we've already been outmaneuvered. The U.S. is finally trying to bring production back home, but it's not easy. Why? New mines take 10-15 years to get approved. Environmental lawsuits and red tape kill momentum. Processing plants are ultra-expensive and politically unpopular. And voters don't want mines in their backyards. Meanwhile, China's rolling out new refining capacity in months. Vance is right. If we don't lead, we fall behind. And we may never catch up. Greenland is key to this new resource race. Not just for geography. Not just for radar. But for critical minerals. Trump tried to buy it. Denmark laughed. But Vance is now taking a different approach. Make Greenland strategically dependent on U.S. infrastructure and defense, without buying it. build bases, offer tech, launch joint exploration. Because if the US doesn't move fast, China or Russia might make their own deal. And once those minerals are locked down, it's game over. It's not just Greenland. Look at Ukraine, rich in lithium, titanium, and graphite. Or Niger, where China and Russia are scrambling for uranium. Or Congo, where China dominates cobalt mines. Everywhere you see geopolitical tension, there's a mineral story underneath. The US is finally realizing that to win the next war, or even build the next smartphone, you need to win the mineral war first. Vice President Vance's speech isn't just a policy update. It's a call to arms. He's telling Americans that we're already behind, that the Arctic isn't optional, that Greenland isn't a joke, and that if we don't lead, China and Russia will write the rules of the future. This isn't about ideology. It's about survival in a world of hard resources and harder enemies. The Arctic is melting, and beneath that melting ice lies the foundation of global power. Minerals, missiles, maritime control. VP Vance just told us what's at stake. We need to ensure that America is leading in the Arctic, because if we don't, others will. This isn't just a frozen frontier anymore. It's the front line of the 21st century. And the battle has already begun. Should America go all in on Arctic leadership and critical minerals? Has China outplayed the West for good, or is there still time to catch up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Libertarian Uncensored for deep dives into global resource wars, geopolitical flashpoints, and the truths they don't want you to hear. The new war isn't for land. It's for the stuff buried beneath it. And Libertarian Uncensored is here to expose it all.